Holy mother of... Here's a quick follow-up about the Amazon fires. This clip right here.
More than 72,000 fires this year, an 80% increase over the same period last year. Smoke has covered nearly half the country, EU satellite data show, as well as parts of neighboring countries.
So there is a massive fire that happened in the Amazons. So if you guys haven't heard about it, it's been a couple of weeks since that happened. It's taken way too long to put the fire down. It's actually not done yet. So some of the causes of this fire was just local farmers clearing the land, and also a few companies that were trying to expand their divisions, which, I mean, that is reckless. Okay, but moving on. Here is another package. This is another package, quite different than usual. Usually we get the blue ones. This is Amazon Goes Gold. Apparently they're doing this to raise funds for cancer, because I get this because kids can't fight cancer alone. So I mean, that sounds like a really good cause. Oh wow. So no name, no nothing. So these are a set of rings for your camera, actually for your lens. So you apparently have step up rings and step down rings. It feels really legit. Like, it feels good quality so far. These are made out of metal. Wow, this is really cool. Okay, so I have a set of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 step up ring, a 9 step down ring. All right, now you might be wondering, why are these rings part of a camera? I will show you this. Here is one of my lenses. This is my 50mm lens. Okay, this is one of my old variable ND filters. I'm gonna put the link up here if you guys want to see that. The brand is from K&F Concept, and also the step-up rings come from the same company, K&F Concept. All right, I purchased this like about a year ago. I made a video on it and how ND filters are basically sunglasses for your camera. If I grab the ND filter like this and I start rotating it, it becomes brighter, and then if I keep going, it becomes darker. This way you guys can keep the same settings while shooting your videos on your cameras and not, not compromise the shot or the quality of it by, bumping up the shutter speed or actually playing with your aperture. So this way you guys can control the settings and just move this around and adjust the amount of light that you guys need in your shot. Now, where does the step-up rings and step-down rings come into play? All right, here actually I have my old Canon, my previous vlogging camera that I had. It even has a wide-angle lens. I remember purchasing it for like I think it was $400. The whole mod was like about $1,200. I love this camera. This was the 77D, and it was a good camera. I just made the upgrade to the Sony a7 III because I needed a full-frame camera that can do slow motion, which means that yes, that camera shoots 1080 at 120 frames per second, and that allows me to do slow motion shots. That's why I retired this camera. I mean, still working. I'm probably gonna use it for like different angle shots. That way, my videos won't be just straight up, but I can set it up on the side and kind of catch a different angle. That'll actually make the vlogs a little bit more dynamic instead of, just shooting straight and nothing else going on. Getting back to the top. So I have this lens right here that it's a wide angle lens. Now, the thread of it, it's a 67mm. If I have an ND filter or a polarizer, this is actually the platinum circular polarizer that I purchased and I made another video, which I will put also up there if you guys want to watch it. That was actually one of the best videos I probably ever had at this channel. So you guys can go just check it out and see how this performs, how it works. But let's say, I have a thread that it's a 67mm, meaning that if I need a polarizer or I need a variable ND filter, they have to have a size of a 67mm on the rim. I'm pretty sure this was a 67 or something nearby, so I'm just gonna put it in, and there we go. You don't want to go really hard into this because it's gonna be such a pain to take it out. Now you guys can see that the size of the variable ND filter actually fits on the side of my wide angle lens. And now I have the sunglasses for my camera, which is pretty cool. I mean, that way I can keep my settings and just... Now, here is one of the issues. Now, I'm gonna take this off. This is the lens from my Sony, my 50mm. Now, this one has a thread of a 49mm inside, meaning that this will not fit in this lens right here. For that, we're gonna be using our step up and step down rings. In this case, because I want to go. Jeez. Because in this case, I want to go from 49 to 67. That means I need to use my step up rings. Okay, so now let's see if I can find a step up ring from 49 to 67. This is a 49 to 52. So we're gonna keep this on one side and let's keep going. This is a 55 to 58. This is a 58 to 62. And this is a 62 to 67. Okay, so there's no rim that will take you from 49 to 67 straight up. So what can you do in this case? So the good thing about the step up rings is that you can start from the lowest one and start upgrading it all the way to the number that you actually need. For example, we're gonna start with the lowest one, which was a 49, and this one goes from 49 to 52. So we're gonna look for the 52. So here's my 52, is my 49 to 52, and I can just go like this, and I have immediately upgraded a 49 millimeter to a 55 millimeter. Now, remember, we have to go from 49 to 67. So we're gonna keep going. And you just keep doing this all the way until you find the number that you actually need for this. And now we have accomplished the ranges from 49 to 67 by using 5 of the step-up rings. So now the next thing is to put the step-up rings into our lens, and you just screw this in. Now, my 50 millimeter lens with a 49 thread can take an ND filter with the size of a 67 millimeter or my circular polarizer that is also 67 millimeter. You know, this is why I'm telling you not to tighten it too much, because now it's impossible to take it out. So here we go, guys. You have your step-up rings, which are a very useful way to save money, tons of money actually. Otherwise, you will have to purchase different filters for your lenses, because you're gonna have lenses with different sizes, meaning that this variable ND filter might not fit in one of your lenses. Step-up rings is a good way to keep those filters and use them all across your lenses. Also, as a reminder, if you guys saw the previous episode, I was talking about the Peter McKinnon Polar Pro ND filters, and I was gonna do a review on them. I'm gonna be comparing the KNF Concept Variable ND filter versus the Peter McKinnon Polar Pro KNF ND filter this week. I am very excited for that. So don't forget to subscribe down below, hit the bell, and I will notify you as soon as I put that video up there. I am also gonna put the link for the rings down here in the description below so you guys can check it out and save some money. So until then, thank you guys again for watching. I will see you guys on another one. Peace out.